Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Fear the Walking Dead is back. This is going to be my episode 3 video. And it seems like even though things are going out of control, their biggest threat isn't the walkers. The biggest threat right now seems like it's actually Travis. And real quick reminder, new round of the giveaway starts now. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. Just careful for spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet. So here we go, starting with top 5 moments. Number 5, the mob versus Los Angeles. So as you can see, there are clearly walkers in the street chewing on people as the mob is going crazy, with just nobody paying any attention. So within about 24 hours, I would be willing to bet that the majority of all those people that are looting are going to be walkers themselves. You can't feel too bad about it because they look like they're dumbasses anyway. Shit goes crazy should you A, start tipping cars over and lighting stuff on fire, or B, try to get the hell out. Anybody that just chose A is automatically marked for death. The really important thing here, though, is Daniel's wife gets trapped. She very clearly is going to be the next person to die. Getting even the most minor of infections during a Walking Dead episode, be it the main series or this spinoff, is like the worst possible thing that could happen to you. Because it's not like you're dying quickly. You're going to live for a while as you get sicker and sicker and sicker, and then eventually turn. And if you're going to go, you might as well go quick. Moving on to number 4, the Salazars versus Travis's family. The tension between them is just starting to rise and rise. You can kind of see this running theme through the entire episode where Daniel's philosophy and Travis's philosophy were starting to butt heads. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it seems like Travis is actually the biggest threat to the group right now. Maybe he should be the next person to die. I really like the way they're portraying the Daniel character right now because he's not evil at all. He knows what's coming and he knows that the good people are going to die first. That's our neighbor. She's just sick. Leave her alone. Don't do anything that you can't take back. Famous last words. But no, I don't think that Travis is going to die right away. I just think that they want to present some conflict within the group. Some people will realize what's going on really fast. It'll take a lot longer for the gears to turn in other people's heads. Travis and Alicia are at the bottom of the group right now in terms of walker awareness. Moving on to number 3, up to the top of walker awareness, you have Madison and Liza. They had this great scene together where it was like, hey, if I go bad, make sure you end me. Don't make Travis do it. This actually reminded me of when Lori died. If you remember during the Walking Dead main series, Rick was not the person to end up killing Lori. She had given birth to Judith and she was slowly dying. Carl ended up being the one to do the job. Madison's thought was that it would break Travis, it would just completely crush him. And Rick kind of was crushed when he found out that Lori was dead. He was just completely catatonic for a little while. That was really only part of the scene though. I love the relationship that these two women have. Travis makes the dumb joke about having 2 wives in the house, but they're 2 of the most smartest people in the group right now, and Liza has some medical training. That was what that whole deal about her talking about becoming a doctor eventually was. Obviously now we're in the apocalypse, so she's not going to medical school anytime soon. But it sounds like she does have some rudimentary medical training. That's the show's way of telling you that she is useful to the group, so she's probably not going to die right away. She's not overpowered, but she's not useless. The most useless person right now is Daniel's wife with the crushed ankle. Moving on to number 2, The Walking Dead pays homage to The Shining with the big maze. I know a lot of you were shaking your fist on Twitter about them jumping into that crazy maze of death. The only reason they did that was to get the shotgun from their neighbor, but they used it for dramatic tension. If you've never seen the Jack Nicholson Shining, the Stanley Kubrick version, he chases them around this snowy hedge maze, and that's all I could think about when they dove into their neighbor's yard. I try not to be too hard on characters like the Patrick neighbor when he finds his wife and he goes to hug her even though he sees that she is just completely cranked out. You have to remember, this is the early days of the apocalypse, so you gotta weed out all the stupid people. But I really did like the jump scare with the military at the end. In the idea that even though they saved the husband, either they took him off and shot him, or they, quote unquote, quarantined him with a bunch of other crazy people, and he'll end up getting turned no matter what. Which actually kind of leads nicely to my number 1 WTF moment. The military moves in, arguably trapping them inside their neighborhood, even though it seems like they're rescuing them. Anytime a character is things will get better and ominous music is playing overhead, you know that things are definitely not going to get better. Even if you hadn't seen the main series, you would totally get that. I like the way earlier in the episode too that one of the other neighbors is wheeling his trash out to the curb, just like no big deal, just another day. Nick's out trying to steal drugs from the other neighbors' houses. You see the plane fly overhead. The big surprise for me actually too was that plane didn't blow up midair. But if it wasn't clear, it seems like what they're moving towards is more of a martial law situation where military commanders move in and turn it into a police state. Daniel had that line where he said, "It's already too late," as they were marking the houses. Those are just the houses of the people that were infected. What's probably going to happen is the military is going to be like Shane, not hesitating in sacrificing people they think are lost, no matter what their chances of recovery are. So like if the military gets their hands on Daniel's wife, they'll probably be like, all right, you go sit over here. We're going to help you in like a week or two. And she'll end up turning anyway. You guys can let me know though, who do you think is actually going to die next? And who do you think is the weakest link in the group right now? Like, do you think that Travis is actually the biggest threat to the group? Just because it seems like all of his decisions are terrible. No, let's not burn the body. No, let's wait till tomorrow morning when the military moves in and prevents us from going anywhere. Really good news though, there aren't going to be any more breaks before The Walking Dead Season 6 starts, so we're going to get like the next 3 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead each week, and then we'll get the premiere of Walking Dead Season 6. If you're a fan of Talking Dead 2, they'll bring that back whenever Season 6 starts, like they're not doing Talking Dead for each episode of Fear the Walking Dead. There hasn't been a ton of new Season 6 footage, but if they drop any, I'll totally post it. I'm going to try and get my Q&A for this out tomorrow, so leave all your WTF questions about the episode. Just in case you guys need to catch up, you can click here for my episode 2 video and all my other Walking Dead Season 6 videos, and you can click here for this week's Game of Thrones bonus video, all about Dunk and Egg. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tomorrow.